Indeed, welcome to everybody, whatever time you're going to watch. Well, the life today is just commenting about all these odds that Ayamara is overcoming, and also the lessons, the beautiful things you start doing now. Not only that, but also how the reactors now find themselves in a very awkward position indeed. Well, it's evening this side of the world. I don't know where you are, but anyway, the time you're gonna watch these can be good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time will be. My greetings for you. So, I have recovered. My throat is better. I feel much better. Indeed, I need to cut my hair. Well, what is quite interesting, better say remarkable, is the fact how the last vlog I saw today about Ayamara and the today is the last one previous. What I like it, I said in my previous vlog that this chapter of him back from Argentina in Africa with his kid and the wife, now he calls wife, the mother of his son, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting because we don't hear the certain words we used to hear before on like I now, we, now it's all we, I and my wife, I in this. But it's not from there where I'm starting this life tonight. It's just to chat here to tell you, to highlight you what is a quite interest is the fact they have mentioned those presents that this gentleman Cecil brought and left in his house, how he gonna give people, and he say first family, and then we'll see who, because of the past experience where people have been support, people have been given things, and then they came out and start uh, back fire against you, gave me a cheaper $1 this. I find that quite interesting. Hi Kaya, Drummond, Kai. That is quite interesting. It's interesting because shows growth. That policy of open door is no longer there. And then also, what is quite interesting is how remarkable Giti Riba and Uncle Mo, that is the people more around him, respect and avoid to you are loved, we support you, thank you, and they avoid to film him in his family. That is very, very curious. But also is no longer promoting those who work with him, like his uncle and the other people now start work with him to become YouTubers. That is a masterpiece. I hope that has been discussed or some influence of the wife, Rocio, as highlight or perhaps on his own conscience has realized I need to have my own quarters, I need to have my own space, and this space is mine. Even the appearance of Mayugno, how Mayugno came. Mayugno came by invitation of Rocio because he's a trustworthy person and is in circle. And that in circle is those people she felt special when she went to village and then she bought a present. And that is a very, very, very good thing. Not only that, even today when he went by gun boots, how he bought the gun boots for everybody. and say to this young girl, don't feel guilty because I didn't buy for you. No, there is something very more special for you and other girl. And this now starts border to the haters, because the haters, they can't dig, they can't find anything. There is no nasto, there is no nasto, because there is something. Again, his name is not written on the wall. The names are written on the wall. We saw it. We saw it, and then we can say it. Even Gake was there once, and then he went. When Rocio opened that small plastic bag, was no t-shirt for this guy. So that is the inner circle of Marwa. Those people who've been given the shirts, the Argentina football team shirts with their names. So now we know what is going to happen forward. You don't come to my compound to do something and go sell me out and talk me about myself and my life and my family. We saw when she say, when she wanted, there is one t-shirt for the Jamaican uncle. So this is telling you how things gonna happen there in that compound. This is very interesting. The other thing also I realize is the maturity, the level of maturity and confidence between Rocio and Marwa. That is something splendid, splendid. It seems like they understand now and never how they have to work as a team, how they share their vlogs, introduce yourself, vice versa. That bridge shows that those who come now and start like this guy, quite interested, vlog from JT podcast, done with this cover, whatever he was trying to do with that cover, but you can read is that showing that green stuff there to say I am have a big pin, whatever. Show how weak they became. That is a beginning of a different kind of reaction. Make up a story, dig up a story to offend, and that offense never hit a wall because they can't get nothing from them. Why? IMR will not allow anymore. The doors are closed and the people now have rules. You do your vlog, you interact with me to this limit, and then nothing else, nothing more. That's very, very important. But what is out of those doors is the curiosity. Some people come and start doing vlogs and start say, I don't want this, I don't want that. But they forget it. They have children. Children, they're very innocent. They don't know what's happening. The grievances between adults. Those children, they will go everywhere. And Villa Medellin is a paradise for children. Especially when Maisha gonna be 2, start walking. As soon as Maisha gonna start walking, those children, you have seen how Rocio treat them. Even before Maisha, when the party, when there was donate chocolates and so many other things, how she used to share with kids. And many people can say, no, she's doing this, she's trying to show off. No. The kids became curious. And now curious, they start testing lifestyle. They start to see things differently. And they know when they go to this Villa Medellin, they will see something different or they will be given something different. And that is the point I want to refer here to Mr. Cecil donations. Now, here comes the truth. Everybody I've trapped, even me, I thought that he was an evil person. But in the end of the day, now the true face, when Ayamara say, was so much problem, there is a history, I don't want to go in that land. I don't want to discuss that. He distanced himself. That sends a message to every single friend, whatever comes to the village in the near future, that you come to the village, if you associate yourself, the experience that Cecil had in the village, with the villagers, they will be a problem. And that you can look into uncle, Jamaican uncle, how Jamaican uncle pinpoint things, who dealt with, and how he done with. And his image is intact. And that was a very clever of Jamaican uncle. But does not mean Mr. Cecil is dead. No. Mr. is not dead. It's the careters in the village. They took advantage and then they exploit that to make those few cents that YouTube gives, or make the accounts subscribers growing for curiosity, because people always they want to find the malicious people. They are watching the live, they want to hear me say Marwa is evil, Marwa is that, but we are seeing different Marwa. And then we see every day, every content that is doing now in the village is so interesting by the details, how they look to the kitchen garden, how is the things are growing, how they are looking after the Jamaican grandmother land, how the vision does not belong to him. He's looking after how the family of that lady, that Jamaican woman, one day they decide whatever they want to do with the land is there, belong to them. They are just look after. And that is great because he attracts other people. He attracts not only Kenyans, but also people in the diaspora to come and invest in the village. That's why it's most interesting when he talks up like that, is build a trust, a bridge between Caribbean, America, Europe, and many other countries. And those haters, they don't realize those bridges, they're gonna bring worth, something very worth it. And this is one of the things I say to these haters. What you earn, what you make it up. You need to do videos every single day just to get a few subscribers. And not financial is worth it. Time-wise is worth it. It's time consumed to sit here to do the video. It's time consumed. And then make up a story. How many people swallow your story? Many people just, they go, they watch 5 seconds, 5-10 minutes. They get bored. But with Marwa, you don't get bored. You go back. Even you want to watch with the details. You see? I was look the trend. The people that have rewind these videos. It's like 350 viewers rewind this video in 5 seconds. So what that means? That means people are motivated. Not only the approach of his language, the approach that is changing, is no longer telling, shout out this, I'm opening a YouTube channel. No. It's just real vlogging. It's just giving you something new, a telenovela that you don't see normal TV. It's talking about certain things, how he regrets this to build this way, how the water tank, how the need of hot water, how things are work, how things they don't work, how he became prosperous. These are animals. Now he drinks milk, is invest, and then he have the horse was sick. There is a veterinary. Now we are learning, even animals, doctors. That is amazing, amazing because it gives a story away how life in the village can be so beautiful and peaceful. And that really is what people now gonna buy from Ayamaro. Not only that, is also this approach that in the family things are starting to improve, they start happening. Now we see Congrats mom vlogging from her school. On the later days, very soon she will retire. Those vlogs are telling us the truth who she is. Those things that Ginto was trying to bring. No, she's a bad mother, she's this. Many Masubo, Max, and many people there try to overshadow the figure, the motherhood figure of Congrats mom. And they go, these people become winners and not small winners, so big that even we don't, me, I didn't realize to the point where I said, hold on, Dim Wango have a boyfriend now, and people that digging, people they are digging so deep to say something that frustrates them, but we see different choreography, a very well done taught choreography. This person is slowly being introduced to us to a point we're gonna start realize this is being orchestrated in a such way the audience have to accept there will be a new figurine in the telenovela. The haters, they will do anything, they will influentiate. They are too late. The haters, they will not be able to destroy it. Why? Remember, now there is this safari car. When Marwa mentioned about the safari car while he was in Argentina, Mar de la Plata, how they came. They came blast, laughing, with the remarks, you know. But when the car was unveiled, I was expecting a backslash, real something. I had people say, wow, that thing's real clean. Wow, that thing is a real thing. When he took his family, friends, he went for a ride. Is where I say, here's a statement to the village. Say, do it, but I'm the king. I'm the one transforming. I'm the lead. I was looking to that story of Annie, the lady, they built a house because of letter when she was saying, I wrote that letter because God came to me and look at me and say, this is your salvation. Do it and give it. And that give it came the present they have now. But there is the sad part of that present was just a house that transformed people's minds and hearts to a bitter, a house that now has empowered the family, and the family has become something else because money, fame shows you something different, and then when it's not well managed, becomes a serious sickness of madness, and that is what any family became just a pot of opportunity. People they misunderstood what God gave to them on the through Ayamara. No, they thought it's like that statement Ayamara does in one. I think it's the video today. No, yeah, when say no longer can support people outside, you're gonna support his family. Because if you give the people outside, they will tell you gave me cheap. Because that house of Annie, when he built the toilets inside, when he built the toilets outside, people they start say, why is building this thing in his house has done this, that. They forget his house is his house. He does not have a duty commitment with that family. Just is a will of helping. And these were reactors. They became so obsessed because they built that mindset that Mara has capitalized with that building. Mara made a fortune, and that all these funds, go funds that Mara friends create, these people go and destroy. That shows you something very values is these haters. They are not humans with heart and minds to be believe and trust. These are evil, and evil every single minute and second is there only to create a problem. Well, this is me. I am Moss. Thank you for everybody came around for your beautiful comments, Monica. Thank you, I am Moss, for always reacting to Ayamaro positively. That guy has done a lot that the village, and I get sick when I see the village not appreciating. But God is wow. Indeed, indeed. Dick Charles, thank you for being here. Yes, creator, I need someone in my life like Rocio. Marwa got a German. Well, woman creator. I'm old creator. Look, a woman you can find anyway. It's up to you to walk. A woman is not that one you just make up in your mind. No, a woman that in your life is that person that sits sometime talk to you, and it's so humble, so simple. You never realize this is the person you want, and that is what happened to him. He just was talking to this woman somewhere around the world in Mexico, and look, there you go. A woman, you need to be true. You need to be honest. You need to say, I have this dream. Because if you are telling her, I have this dream, she's going to be the guardian of your dream. If she believes in your dream, she will follow you and will trust you. Remember that guy, the plumber, a strong man 254. Look to that couple, how the wife stands by him, how she comes and fight. Doesn't matter what color, whatever. What you need to do is put a boundary. I'll give you an example myself. My own wife, how I met my own wife. I was living in a hotel. I was a senior engineer in South Africa for ESCOM when the World Cup. And I used to live in a hotel. I was in my own. And this woman knocked the door of the hotel. When I opened, I was reading some reports, whatever. I look at it and say, how can I help you? And she said, also wrong door. I said, fine, cool. I have to pay attention to the documentation I was dealing with. Yeah, close the door. I said, fine. Next day I met her in reception. I just greeted her. I gave her my business card. I went my life. Until she took initiative. He went to my room and left a business card. From that day to today is my wife. So this is the chemistry for different things happening. The relation builds in different. Is how you guys interact on the first and how you understand. Look to Nasto's story. There is a story of Nasto with the relationship with that he have. What happening. So, brother, I hope you find your half and God will bless you what you like. But let's come back here. I am most pleased if you are new here, you like my reactions, please subscribe if you're new, comment, share, give a like to make the video go around and people enjoy. But let me come to something more interesting on these reflections that I'm doing. It's not about careters, it's not about Ginto, it's not about Mogezi. No, those are fade. The careters have fade away. I don't know if you ever realize all the videos now, if you research on YouTube, who the videos most recommended. Uncle Mo, Gitiriba, Rocabrera, and Marwa. I saw time to time Miniawe have this problem. I still have this mania issue of the age gap between Claudio Joseph and come on. For me, that is no content. I was happy when she used to talk about motherhood, what's happening, the crisis, how be a woman with these men, how the life in the village, how the challenges, how the family, how the father-in-law, the mother-in-law. That is what. But she's back on her old fears. And this is what's going to destroy a relationship with Claudio. And Claudio is a very lovely man. Is a man in love. Is a man committed. Is a man that keeps encouraging. Doesn't matter if you're an old woman. How many people? Other day I saw a young brother, African brother from South Africa, married to a white woman, 5 years difference. And this white woman have a child from a previous relationship because of the confidence and the trust. That white child calling father to a black man, everybody in South Africa was like, is your son. Indeed, because it's love. It's not age. It's the way that couple inside the house behave for that child. He even was telling the story. The child used to call him uncle. He used to take him to school, drop him to school, pick him from school, until one day this child, these white children from this woman, came home and start calling him Dad. And everybody, when he goes to shop, he say, Dad, I found it. And everybody looks. Black? White? Yes. What is the problem? Do you have a problem with that? Recently, I saw some videos in America, two black women. They have their own kids are white, pure white. So, do you have a problem with that? So here is a story that Minnie Howie have to come terms. She's lucky in that age, be loved by somebody like Claudio Joseph. Somebody commits, somebody that really wants a family. Is a serious guy, is in serious business. It's not time for her to come with these issues. What is the experience? What is this? You're wasting your time, Minnie Howie. So these are the characters that Ayamaro has eliminated. And these characters, they are no longer relevant to Ayamaro. They have broke it on their own. Like Lennox. Lennox is doing well. So these people, they don't need. And this is a good thing that I didn't understood when Ayamaro was in Argentina, when he started say, please don't talk about me, focus, do your own, please don't react, don't do this thing. And then I start to realize, now he's in a village. I realized, I saw this Brenda new video with the boyfriend. I love it. I loved that video. That is something interesting. New chapter in life. You know, talk about you, your reality. That is a good job. Congratulations, Brenda. But anyway, what is quite interesting is this new chapter, the new characters in the villa. This is beautiful. This is amazing. This is what now Ford gonna show us very interesting things. Now we have what's called gatekeepers. In my job, gatekeepers is those elements to keep you on track. You can't move to the left, to the right. You have to be just in that line. If you have to go to the right, you find a gatekeeper there. Somebody's keeping the gate there. He's gonna kick you. Why you wanna get out? You have to justify it. And those gatekeepers, Gitiriba, Uncle Mo, David, David is not comfortable yet. But you see David now, he's talking about my brother. He's feeling proud of his brother. He's feeling proud of his sister. This shows that he grows. He starts to acknowledge how strong there is a need of bondage. And that is good. But also, there is something else. The leftovers. Those who they can't go anymore in the compound. There is a dilemma and wait for. They are waiting just for a small leak, a small mistake to jump in. But I tell you, they're gonna bend themselves. You know why? The privileges, they are no longer there. Good evening. Thank you for watching and welcome to IMOS. I hope you come back. There will be more. Please subscribe and share it. Leave a comment. I'll appreciate for your comments and thoughts. And anyway, I'll leave you a challenge. What you think will be next? The people starting come to the village. Now there is this safari car, VIPs. We'll see more VIPs. What else is going? or this safari car gonna bring problems? What you think? Leave them in the comments. Thank you. I am Moss. Yes, indeed, my throat is much better. Now I can talk. The other day I was struggled because I was in pain. You can see how still in flames. Yes, I did have an operation in my throat, but I'm fine now. I just recover. All right. Pleasure, guys. Thank you. God bless you and come back always. Bye-bye.